Hey guys, welcome back here to today's episode of Intuitive Angling, and appreciate you guys swinging by the channel and checking the video out. Guys, today I'm going to show you all a new fish scent that I've been using that I absolutely love. I've been using fish scents for decades, and this is without a doubt the most favorite scent that I have ever found. And I'm going to share it with you guys in today's video and sort of explain to you guys why I like it, why I've been using it a lot recently. So we're going to get into that in today's episode. Also, guys, thank you very much for everybody who's taken time to hit that subscribe button here at Intuitive Angling. Man, if you like the content of the channel, you get something out of these videos, just hitting that subscribe button is a great way to do it. Or you can join as a channel member by going into the channel homepage and just hit that join button for information. So really appreciate everybody that's taken time to hit that subscribe button. Okay, guys, let me give you a little reference on this before I start showing you what the product is here I've been using lately. But I've used scent on my lures forever. It's like back when I was in high school, I remember reading some articles about Doug Hannon, the bass professor, talking about how big bass can smell and you don't want to have human scent on your bait. So I started making my own fish scent, back then out of anise oil and garlic and everything. And I even got so picky in it that my sister, she'd have some of her friends over when I was in high school, and I'd have all my plastic worms laid out on the kitchen table. And I'd tell them, don't touch them because you're going to get human scent on my baits. And they'd go over and touch them, sort of make me mad with it. I started using scent ever since then. And back in the 90s, I was actually sponsored by Fish Formula, which is, probably the most famous scent company that they've ever had. They had a big pro staff at one time. I was on that staff for several years, and they sort of started getting rid of their staff over 2 or 3 years later after I was on it. But in the meantime, I never stopped using scent. And every time a scent came up on the market, it's like there's been a bunch of them out there. It's like I tried every one of them, and I was trying to discern what I felt was the best scent over the years. And I've never really seen one until now that really stands out above anything else, more than this one does. I'm getting ready to show you here. I've tried the bait fuel. I've tried, different type of fish formula, the Bang products out there, a bunch of homemade ones, and there's some that I had a lot of confidence in. But the one I want to show you today, guys, is this new one called Bait Pop. Unbelievably unique here. Now, first of all, when I first heard about Bait Pop, it was designed to be used with forward-facing sonar, because it basically, on some of the Bait Pop with the sparkle scales in there, it makes lures appear, it shows the lures show up better on forward-facing sonar, which obviously I'm not interested in that at all. But I still wanted to try it because I started reading about the ingredients, and it's all the original fish formula flavors, and then it's amino acid injected with that, all natural ingredients with it. And then the composition of it, as far as the thickness of it, about how it stayed on your lure, I wanted to try it. So I've been using it for a while now, guys, and this is the first time that I can actually say that I've seen an incremental difference in the number of bites that I've been getting. As far as in terms of, like, if you go out fishing and say, for example, if you get 15 bites on a plastic worm with no scent on it, putting the Bait Pop on there, I could, get that total up to 18, 19, 20, something like that. So I'm gonna explain to you guys a little bit about this, and I'm gonna show you guys how to use it and why it's so unique. And also, guys, I'll put the Bait Pop link and my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of this video. If you guys wanna use my link to get some Bait Pop, they got tons of different, flavors and colors. Good way to help the channel, good way to get you some of the Bait Pop here. Okay, now there's two different types on there. You've got the regular Bait Pop here, and this has got the sparkles in it. And then you've got the Ghost. I'm gonna do it with my Ghost one here. But yeah, then you've got the Ghost models here that does not have the sparkles in it. And here's the thing that makes it really unique. And they got a bunch of different colors with it. Here's the monkey milk and little chartreuse. They got a bunch of different colors. But when you put it on a bait, now you can use it on hard bait or soft plastic. Show you what to do. You put some on there like that, and then I just rub it in with my fingers. It's almost like buttering the lure up a little bit. And what happens is this stays on. You only have to apply it about once every 30 minutes or so. Once you apply this on there, you got the scent of the Bait Pop on there, And then you've got the sparkles that come with it. And it just depends on how thick you want to put it on or not, how much sparkles you want in it. But like on the swim bait here with this mag draft, this is what makes it look really good. Creates the sparkles with it on there. This is what it allows it to show up better on forward facing, which I don't care anything about that. But the sparkles are strike attractor, and then you have the actual scent of it, stays on your bait, and this is critical for soft plastic baits where a fish gets close to it. Same with like, this one here, like, just, let me get this soft plastic here. Like with the Ghost, if you put it on there, same type of a deal, but except you're not gonna have the sparkles in there. You're just gonna have the flavor on it. And guys, here's the thing about this. It's like when you get a fish close to that, and say for example, you're working this creature bait down, and this is what happens a lot of times when you're fishing a slow bait like a jig or a creature bait or a plastic worm, those fish will get right down on that bait and they'll actually nose it, and they'll actually sometimes touch that bait with their mouth shut. So when you get that the bass, the nose of that bass is right here, and they can smell that. It's made out without natural fish products, amino acids, and they get that down there, and they see the texture of it, and they can actually smell it with their olfactory senses. That's what makes them bite it 20% better than if it wasn't there. Because if this wasn't there, you're relying completely on the color of the bait and the action of the bait to trigger that strike. But when you've got the bait pop on there, you got the sight of the sparkle if you want it, then you got the taste and you got the smell along with the action and the color of it. Just will increase the strikes by far with it. Now, another thing you can do with it is I also use this on hard baits. And a lot of people don't use any type of a scent on a hard bait, but it's the same thing. You can take like this Megabass Vision 110. I've got the Ghost stuff on here right now. Put it on there. The more you rub it in, the more that you're not going to be able to see it, but you're still going to be able to smell it good. Rub it in real good. So anyway, when a jerk bait is a slow bait where you're actually working it down, jerking it through the water column, you stop it, same type of a deal. That bass noses down on that. The bass comes in and gets, they're attracted by the action of the bait. They get right close to it when you're pausing that bait that far away. And instead of having this piece of hard plastic, which you can smell plastic, they can actually see and smell something on this bait. It looks like a real minnow. Again, it's going to be a strike triggering mechanism. So I have used them all, guys, and this is like the most impressive batch that I have ever seen, or the most impressive product. Bait pop like this, give it a try, guys. Like I said, they got a ton of different colors, a ton of different flavors. It's just up to your imagination. There's not a single bait that you can't use it on. You can put it on a spinnerbait skirt, you can put it on a buzzbait skirt, you can put it on a glide bait, a swim bait, every single one of your soft plastic lures, jig trailers, anything like that. Just makes it different, guys. Just check them out, man. Get you a couple bottles here. Tackle Warehouse link in the description. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'm going to be using this a bunch. I've got my first tournament coming up next weekend up at Lake of the Ozarks, and I've got a bunch of different colors of the bait pop and a bunch of different flavors. I'm going to be using it all year, fishing all the tournaments, and I'll keep you guys updated on how I do with it. But anyway, I just wanted to pass that along with you guys. Hope it helps you guys catch some good fish. We'll talk later.